Hey, look at that. We're back again together. Oh, what a wonderful thing. I hope everybody's doing all well, or all right. Anyway, it's late July. It's almost August. Where's the year going? I know I'm sure I've said that before, but man, it just seems like the same old story. Where does the time go? Things have been pretty good around here. Along with just my other little jobs that come trickling in every day. I had a nice big juicy medical narration on the lower GI tract with some good tricky words to say, and so it was good to dig into some meaty material like that again. It took me a few days to get through that. And anyway, I just love doing that kind of stuff. And it's nice to be back on the saddle. It's been a while since I've done a big, juicy medical thing. So that was nice. And anyway, I hope you're all doing well. If you do join me in the live stream today, please feel free to drop a note, ask a question, leave a comment, anything. I love interacting with folks. And speaking of which, as I scratch my nose. Sorry, I can't edit that out. Speaking of which, I had a note from a viewer who just wanted to express some concern about how fast or how slowly they're gaining traction, and if I had any quick tips. And so I wrote back and without, I'm not going to reveal who they are, but I just thought it was an important point to share, and that was that from what I understood, they've been working at this for about 6 months. Think they've put together a pretty good recording situation. Excuse me, and have auditioned for 80 some odd projects with no luck. Haven't landed anything yet. And as is typical, wasn't receiving any feedback on their submission, with the exception of once. And the one thing that they did hear back from, or the one thing that they heard, was that they appreciated the professionalism that this person had in their audition. However, it just didn't seem like they were connecting with the copy, and so it wasn't what they needed. And so this person was asking me, well, how can I improve that? What steps can I take? And on my own, that was a stipulation. What steps can I take on my own to get better at reading copy and making the words my own, essentially? And that's tough. That's tough. This is a business where there is no vetting other than, I mean, when you're coming up in the business, there's no certification, really. There's no, I mean, there are some organizations that will be happy to say, hey, they've studied with me. Most coaches will vouch for an actor. But here's the thing, that there is no, how there's no state license or anything like that. All you can do is, if asked, and if you don't have a lot of experience, is you can say, well, I've studied with this person, that person, this person, and these directors. Ask for not recommendations, but referrals, or a letter of referral, or a letter of commendation, or what's the term I'm looking for? I can't remember, but just a recommendation that you can put on your website, or just have in your back pocket in case anybody wants to know. You can give a list of recommendations from people that have worked with you and found the experience good, and would go on the line to tell other people the same thing. So anyway, getting back to this thing about working by yourself to try to improve certain aspects of your read when you have no experience. That's tough, because you don't know yourself as an actor very well. And so if you're not willing to work with a coach who is another set of trained ears with a lot of experience, that can tell you where you're going wrong or might change your read to better reflect what the copy is requiring. That's tough because you can't rely on yourself to make those judgments and with more experience, yeah, you can. You can because you'll be able to tell when your acting isn't genuine or you aren't connecting very well with the copy. I do that all the time. I'll be listening back to a take and I'll go, no, I'm not buying it. Nope, nope, nope. So I know what to do when I go to re-record it. I know how to make those little adjustments. But when you're on your own and you don't have any or much experience, it's really hard to get to the root of those kind of things. And sometimes when somebody says that you're not connecting with the copy, that perhaps they want something more, emotionally connected, sometimes it's just a matter of slowing down. Read the copy. Read get to the meaning behind the words. Who is this copy talking to? If you're reading for a script, a project whose audience is, say, family of Alzheimer's patients. Well, you don't want to read to them like you would read for a retail commercial. It's disconnected. It's not the same audience. So, there are little things that you can do. You can just examine the copy. And like I said, who are they talking to? And Yeah, who's the audience and what is the message behind the words on the script? Because a lot of times, it's just a page with words on it. So you really have to look at it as an actor, not just a reader. So, so getting back to this idea of vetting, for better or for worse, there is no certificate, there's no diploma, there's nothing like that we can show somebody saying, "Hey, see, I've accomplished this, and that's what makes me perfect for your job." Here's another idea. If somebody says that they like everything that you're doing, but they just don't feel that you're connecting that well with the copy, invite them to direct you in a session. That's a great way to establish more meaningful connection with your client or potential client. Invite them to work with you so that as you're reading the copy, they can try to verbalize to you more what they're looking for, or they can feed you lines. They can read if they have a really particular idea of what they're looking for. Many times they can kind of read it in the way that they are looking for, but are in not a position to do the actual voiceover themselves. But they can help you along, and that's great. I love working with clients on that level, and it's very rewarding for everybody. You're not just an AI machine spitting out words with a few prompts and keywords. You're working with people, so invite people to direct you. It's a great way to deeper a working relationship. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. I thought it was very much worth, bringing up here with you guys, and that's all I wanted to share today. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. If you would like to work with me, there is a link down in the description for my Calendly page. It shows my coaching offerings and that kind of thing. And if you would like to explore that, please do. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them for me in the section down below this video, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Okay. Anyway, again, I hope you're doing really well. And until next time, I hope you take it easy. Okay, take it air. Take it air. Yeah, it's time for me to stop talking.